All right, on the line, Michael Stützer from Artillery. Michael, thanks so much for taking my call.
Thank you very much for calling me.
Now, you guys first, originally formed in 1982. What do you remember of those early days?
Oh, at the first days, we started to because we really wanted to play some music. We had been to a lot of concerts, me and my brother, and we really wanted to do some stuff ourselves. So we started out to play in a band called Silver Cross, and then Devil Symphony, and then we started Artillery in 1982. And from those days, not many people in Denmark, or I think in the world, was playing that kind of style. We tried to do there. People call us like a punky kind of Motorhead, at that time. That was very strange. And in 1984, they started to call us thrash metal. So yeah, that was funny. So I think it was very early out because we wanted to be more heavier than the rest of the Danish band at that time. That was only Merciful Fate we really loved at that time.
Yeah, you mentioned not many bands in Denmark, especially playing that style of music. Was it hard for you to get gigs, for starters? Was it hard for you to get noticed? And how about getting a recording contract? Did you have to do most of it yourself?
Yeah, playing live was very difficult because at that time, as I said, in Denmark, people really didn't understand that kind of style. We had only Merciful Fate who was playing really tough stuff. Then we had Pretty Mates and bands like that who was playing the more softer way. But at that time, people really was, singing was kind of strange because why do you play that? That's almost punk. So that was really, really funny. But according to the record company, when we did some demos already in 1984, we got a lot of attention from record companies. And when we did the Fear of Tomorrow demo, we got, I think, offers from 6 or 7 record companies. And we chose Need Records at that time.
Now, you took a break. Let's call it taking a break in 91. What did you do in the time the band was inactive? Did you have another band you played in? Did you get a regular job? What happened there?
Yeah. So at that time we was kind of really tired of playing because in the band was not so good harmony at that time because some of us really wanted to play a lot of shows and someone of us didn't want to play so many shows. So I started a new band called Missing Link, and Morten joined me after a half year, and then we had that I think for 3 years. We did two albums and one mini album. And that was more like, really friends with friends and really like having a good time, only fun, We was not thinking so much about getting out and really do the stuff. Then we got an offer to get together again in 1988, I think it was, yeah. And we played some shows, one show at Wagen in the year of 2000. And then we split again because there was, Flemming didn't want to play live. So we had to start all over again, and we first got reunited with a new singer in 2007 then, and then we had been staying.
Now, a box set of your albums came out in 2007. Did you get back together after that? Was the box set sort of released to sort of test the market? What was the deal?
The deal was that the metal man who did the box called me and asked me if I had some, old pictures and everything, some stories, and they could use. And when we got the box set, I called to all the guys who had been on those songs, and we met at my place, and they got a box set each, and we was 8, I think, there at the moment. We had Flemming Rønstof, we had Jørgen Sander, we had Carsten Lohmann from the first demo days, and also the 4 of us who played together after that. So at that time we sat down and talked, and I think Peter, me, and Morten and Carsten decided that we would go down to the rehearsal room and just check it out and see did we still really love to play together. And we did that, and after 2 rehearsals, we agreed on we wanted to play more and have more. And at the same time, my son did a new website for Artillery, and we got a lot of offers to play there. So we just had to get a new singer. So that was the deal at that time.
Now, you've been very productive since reforming. You've released 5 albums now, and The Face of Fear is the current album, which I really like, by the way. How did that album go for you?
Yeah, I think we have been very lucky because we got really good reviews after we reunited. Of course, there's some few people who only wanted us to sound like we did at the time of Binary Heritage, Terror Squad, and that kind of stuff. But I think people really like the new stuff, and we can see that we play. I think we have been playing around 80 shows each year, so we really go out to play a lot. And now we also coming to Australia, so I think we have a very good time, and the guys in the band now are really good friends. We have really an awesome time when we're out to play. So yeah, we've been very productive.
Did you ever think you'd get the chance to tour Australia?
No, not really. But I always really wanted that. And I knew Chris from Hidden Intent, for a long time, And when they got to Denmark, we played some shows here, and we also played with them in China. And we always talked about, let's get to Australia. That could be really cool. And now it succeeded. I'm really happy about that. But, at the first time, I never thought about that. But I never thought about we were going to play the United States. We played South America. We played China, Japan. So, yeah, it's really cool to get so many new countries to play.
Well, you're going to be very busy because you've got 6 shows in 6 days. So you're going to need lots of rest afterwards.
No, I hope to see some of Australia too. But it's going to be tough. But when we played United States, we played 36 shows with only 1 day off. So we are used to play a lot of shows. So, but still, I hope to see some of the things in Australia. Even a kangaroo.
You'll have to organise that either before the tour or after the tour because you're going to be pretty busy playing. Now, we're very excited. Here in Adelaide, we've got you at the Churches of Steel Fest as the headline international band this year, which we're very excited about. So, you're looking forward to that. What have you got planned for the fans here? You mentioned before people wanting you to sound like the old days. Are you going to mix it up with the songs in the set list?
Yeah, we always do that. We always try to play songs from almost every album, So I think we have some songs we always have to play, Like for example, we had to play Terror Squad, we had to play Comaniac, we had to play Allegiance, and we had to play The Face of Fear. So those songs are always in the set, but we try also to mix it a little bit in Australia, so it's not like 6 totally the same set list, We try to have some two songs we change, I think, on the way. Right,
excellent. Now this next subject, I don't really know how to bring it up. Morten, what happened?
Yeah, Morten died because he was sick in 2 years. He hadn't toured with us since 2016, but he was on all the albums. He also played on the Face of Fear album, but he got some things with his blood pressure, and it's resulted in he got a really really tough last months, So he died there, and it was really sad and was really tough. But he always said to me, keep the band going. So it's also in his will to do that. So yeah, I was very sorry. I've been playing with him all my life, since we was kids, So yeah, that's sad, really sad, I can say.
Terrible. So are you touring as a 4-piece?
No, we have got a new guitar player called Crane Meyer, and he has been playing with us for the last, I think, 1 year and a half or 2 years. Crane Meyer, and he's also always been a very good friend of the band. So it was very, very good to have him with us, and he's really into artillery stuff. So yeah, that's cool. And if you can get Morten to play, I'm really glad that he could do it.
Right, Michael Stützer from Artillery. Absolutely great talking to you. Can't wait to see you in Adelaide in early February. and we'll see you here in Adelaide on the 8th at Churches of Steel Festival. Thanks so much for taking my call, and have a great tour.
Thank you very much. We're looking forward to do the Face of Fear down under.